But you have already been accepted into 12 colleges. Tell me
Yes.
about that.
Well, that was actually very heartwarming for me. I'm Shari Webb, a graduate of the Ardenne High School. I graduated last week Sunday. We had an online graduation, so it was on Zoom. They presented the graduates, we had items, reflections. It was a good ceremony. My most memorable moments, I would say probably one of the sports days I had, where I just spent time with my friends and we were up about on the school campus having fun. Well, the plan now is to attend university. I'd like to do business and real estate here in Jamaica. So I'm going to get my degree in business management and then get certified as a real estate agent.
Why those two areas?
Well, for one, I've always had a love for business. Ever since I was in high school, I've had many small businesses before, and my parents are invested in the real estate industry. So I guess that's where I kind of picked up the real estate from.
What do you think about the market now?
I love thinking about the real estate market now. I know Kingston has a lot of high rises that many people say are not financially feasible for the individuals who live in Kingston now. But many people often forget that it's not only Kingston and St. Catherine. There are so many other places in Jamaica. But a lot of the houses have become expensive. But I think it's up to people to know what they need to do in order to obtain a house. You go to NHT, make sure you're contributing, you put down money to save towards your house, determine whether or not you want to rent or you want to buy, which one is more feasible in the long run. And I not only want to just sell houses, I actually want to build them, do development, sell them, renovations, all of that.
You say you had some small businesses in high school. Tell me about those.
Well, there were nothing major, just a few items where I saw there was a need. I procured them and then I sold them to friends and families. I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with crocs. They're a type of shoes, and they have accessories, which are gibbets, and they weren't sold very commonly here in Jamaica. So I bought a pack overseas and then I began selling them to people here in Jamaica who wanted them. And also I had a small jewelry business where I made necklaces and bracelets and I sold to individuals as well.
Okay, only your own classmates or?
Oh no, I used the power of social media, so I had an Instagram page and everything, and I reached out to other people who wanted the products and they ordered, and then I would deliver. I was about 15 years old when I started my first business.
Tell me how you felt when you made your first sale.
I was really happy to know that I saw the need for something, put in the work, and then I was able to sell it and to make a profit.
Okay. So what happened to those businesses?
Well, they kind of fizzled out. I mean, I still had other things to attend to, like school and extracurriculars. So whenever it is that my stock sold out, I just paused the business right there and then focused on my studies and extracurriculars.
Tell me about some of those extracurricular activities.
Well, I am an avid sports lover. I love sports. And throughout high school, I've tried every sport that Ardenne had to offer. But there were a few sports that I was already doing before I went to Ardenne, such as swimming, netball, and track and field. I didn't do track and field at Ardenne, but I still continued swimming, netball, and then I went on to do badminton as well at Ardenne.
You competed for the school in any of those?
Yes, for swimming and netball, but badminton was relatively new as I was actually the one who kind of started it at school. So I was the captain and kind of the founder of the badminton club essentially. But I only did that when I was in grade 11. So we didn't have much time to really assemble a full put team and to compete for the school. Being head girl of Ardenne High was not an easy feat, but I had an amazing and enlightening experience, especially due to the fact that I was the head girl in a pandemic. So I didn't have the general experience as most head girls would. As my team and I, we had to be more innovative when it came on to our roles, as we wanted to connect with our school community, not just those who are present students, but the alumni as well, to help them to remember what being an Ardenite is like and what life at Ardenne is like. At first, we were a little apprehensive because we were like, well, everyone is at home, but we created new roles for ourselves, along with our traditional roles, you know, supervising the prefect body, ensuring that the students are in their class. But we kind of went on a venture. We call it Optima Connect because it's Ardenne, and our motto is Deo Duque Quare Optima, with God as guide, seek the best. Optima meaning best. So we, the prefect body, we made videos highlighting the Ardenne experience and letting even outsiders know what it's like to be an Ardenite. So the traditions we would normally have, the events, and just to give an insight on the students, the teachers, everyone who makes up the Ardenne community.
How many CFCs you got?
Well, I got 8 ones in CSEC and 4 ones in CAPE.
And those were focused on business subjects, I imagine?
Well, actually no. I'm currently a science student. So for most of my life, I actually wanted to do medicine. It wasn't until my first year in sixth form where I kind of switched the career path that I wanted to do. So my subjects are mostly the sciences, you know, a few foreign languages, but no business subjects. Well, not yet.
So what caused you to switch?
Well, I wanted to be a dentist for most of my life. But then, as I said, I'm kind of an adventurous person and I don't really like monotony that much. And I felt as if being a dentist would be kind of monotonous. So I went for a broader field that would give me many different opportunities. So I'm going to do CAPE Unit 2 now.
Oh, you're going to do?
Yeah, I have exams in a few weeks.
Okay. But you have already been accepted into 12 colleges. Tell me
Yes.
about that.
Well, that was actually very heartwarming for me because initially I didn't plan to apply to any of the colleges overseas. But a few friends came to me and said, Shari, you have so much potential, so much accomplishments. Why don't you apply for any overseas schools? And then I thought about it and I said, why not? So in January of this year, which would have been when everyone had already submitted their college applications or were wrapping up their college applications, I started the process, did my research, and chose the schools that I wanted to apply to, applied to them, and got accepted. My top 3 were Howard University, Nova Southeastern, and the University of the West Indies.
Any of them full scholarship?
No, partial scholarships, no full scholarships.
For all 3 or?
No, for the 2 that were overseas. So for Howard and Nova Southeastern.
Oh, okay. Howard University, I mean, is up on the top.
Yes.
So what is it that you would have done in business?
Business, yes. I have decided, and I've decided to attend the University of West Indies. Due to 2 factors, I want to do real estate here in Jamaica, so I'd have to get certified out here. So I decided to stay here to do that. As well as, though I received many scholarships to schools overseas, the total cost of attendance was still a lot, and it wasn't really financially feasible for my family and I, so I chose the University of the West Indies. My mother and my father are 2 amazing individuals who have always been there to support and to guide me. Everything I wanted to do, whether it was a new sport, a new club, or even the businesses that I wanted to venture out and do, they were always there to support me and give me advice on situations where I may have needed a little more help.